Now let's talk about why scammers are targeting children. Do you realize that your children are trusting by nature? Their innocence, while heartwarming, also makes them vulnerable individuals. In the online world, where anonymity is easy to hide behind, their trust can be their downfall. Scammers know this, and they see your children as easy targets, especially in places they frequent most, like gaming platforms and social media. Now, here's some key points. Your child's trusting nature. Since they tend to take online conversations at face value, they often don't even question whether a person that may be on the other side is who they even say they are. Now let's talk about the access they have to devices. Your children use family devices that contain sensitive information such as your saved credit card details or even your login credentials. And I'm not sure if you realize there are dangerous platforms where scammers are lurking on popular apps like Fortnite and Roblox, places where your children often feel safe. They offer in-game rewards or cheat codes in exchange for personal details. Now let's talk about this real-life example. In 2021, a 10-year-old Roblox user fell victim to a scam. The child was tricked into providing personal information on a fake website in exchange for free in-game currency. On Roblox, no doubt. Scammers use this data to make unauthorized purchases through the family's credit card. Once thought safe, a child's gaming space quickly turned into a huge nightmare. Next, number 2, how AI is powering these new scams against our children. Artificial intelligence, better known as AI, has made online scams more dangerous by creating highly personalized and convincing attacks. These AI-powered scams feel genuine, making it harder for our children to spot them as fraudulent, which they are. So here's some key points. There is AI-generated phishing that now these scammers are sending phishing messages directly tailored to your child's interests and their online activity, making it much harder to detect. There's AI chatbots posing as your child's friends. They're AI-driven chatbots that can impersonate not only your child's friends, but game administrators, building trust before tricking your child into revealing that sensitive information. Now, don't get me started on that deepfake technology. AI can now create deepfake videos or audio that convincingly mimics influencers, game developers, fooling your child into sharing private information or making purchases. Gaming bots. AI bots in games can act like other players, luring your child into clicking phishing links or making in-game purchases that lead to scams. So what you didn't know is that most children and their parents can tell the difference between a real player and an AI bot. This makes the attacks disturbingly effective, turning a fun gaming experience into a potential danger. Number 3, the emotional manipulation used by these scammers. These scammers prey on emotions, point blank, period. And your children with their heightened emotions are just easy targets. And AI only strengthens the ability of scammers to create these messages that play on your child's hopes and fears. So here's some key points. Excitement. Scammers often promise enticing fake rewards that excite your children and prompt them to share personal details. Now here's the fear aspect. Threats like banning accounts or deleting game progress causes your children to panic, pushing them to reveal sensitive information very, very quickly. Friendship. By pretending to be their peer, scammers slowly gain your child's trust, which makes it easier to exploit them over time. What you didn't know is that AI can personalize emotional manipulation by mimicking a child's language or even using like deepfake technology to create more fake friendships. Scammers craft messages that feel entirely believable. Trust me, I've been there. Number 4, scams targeting adults are now targeting our kids. These same scams that target adults, such as those phishing emails, what about, don't get me started on the fake job offers and investment frauds, they're now being adjusted to work on children through online games and social media. So here's some key points. I'm going to test you. They test on adults, right? They're going to test us. Scammers often fine-tune their methods by targeting adults before applying these same similar tactics to our children. So the similar methods for you to be aware of is the emotional manipulation, and how AI-powered scams used on adults are now trickling into the spaces that are designed solely for our children. Here's another real-life example. In 2022, scammers deepfake technology to trick a young gamer into believing that they were interacting with their favorite influencer. The child was lured to a fraudulent website, which led to unauthorized purchases through their family's account. Number 5, the dangers of oversharing. Children often share personal details without fully understanding the risks. Scammers use AI to scrape social media profiles, gather that information, creating highly targeted and convincing scams. So here's some key points. Personal details. Children might casually mention their school, that's a no-no, their favorite places, another no-no, or their daily routines, which is a big no-no. Scammers can use this information to build a detailed profile and target them. Now, AI scraping. When scammers use AI tools to collect and stitch together seemingly small pieces of data to create highly convincing scams. But what you didn't know is even those small, minute details, such as your child's username or favorite game, can be pieced together by AI to form a profile that scammers can use to exploit your child or children. Number 6, how to create or protect your child from AI-powered scams. Protecting your children from AI-powered scams requires constant vigilance, education, and practical tools. Here are some steps you can take today to safeguard them. The first thing you're going to do is educate your child. Teach them not to share personal details like their real name or school with anyone online. Next, explain how scammers use friendly offers to pretend to be peers to gain information. You need to get parental control apps, tools like Bark or Net Nanny that monitor your child's online activity and alert you to suspicious behavior. Set limits on app downloads and in-game purchases to prevent unauthorized spending. Enable privacy settings. This is huge. Ensure social media and gaming accounts are set to private, point blank period. Disable location sharing features to avoid exposing your child's whereabouts. There are some weirdos out here, right? Monitor online communities. Regularly check the platforms your child uses and keep an eye on chat rooms. or social media groups. So you know what the red flags are, right? Be wary of AI chatbots. Teach your child that not everyone they meet online is who they claim to be. AI bots can impersonate their friends, fellow gamers, or even trusted figures like those influencers or game administrators that we spoke about earlier. Install AI detection tools or extensions on your family devices that can help identify when AI-driven chatbots or bots are in use. Now, here's where you just stay informed. Keep up with the latest news on cybersecurity and new scams that target our children. Trusted sources like the Federal Trade Commission, which is the FTC, and the Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, regularly release updates about new tactics used by these scammers. Make sure you know the platforms your child is using and any known vulnerabilities associated with them. Let's recap. As technology evolves, so do the strategies of these scammers. And unfortunately, AI has given them a powerful tool, right? Where they can, personalize believable scams that can be difficult for us to detect. The emotional manipulation and the subtlety involved in these attacks make them particularly more dangerous, especially for young users who are just learning how to navigate the digital world. Staying informed, vigilant, and proactive is essential. By educating your children, setting up appropriate safeguards, and monitoring their online activities, you in turn will reduce the risk of falling victim to these sophisticated AI-powered scams. The internet can be a wonderful space for our children to learn, play, and connect, but it's our responsibility as parents to make sure they do so safely. Not trying to scare you, just want you to be informed. Until next time, keep on sipping.
Thanks for watching Boosty TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We like to know your thoughts on today's flavors.
Boosty TV, where we sip and spill all the latest flavors of life, news, and everything in between. Until next time, keep on sipping.